Party Organiser and National Church Liaison Officer Meddy Joseph Katwala. So good morning, and ma'am, welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you for having us.
How are preparations for today's manifesto?
Well, our preparations are final, sorted, everything's ready. We've got some great guest artists coming, so it'll be a lot of fun as well as the serious business.
What is the ACDP saying differently this time around with this election?
This time around the election, we believe that South Africans are going to be surprised what's going to happen in South Africa. We believe that we are the right party with integrity, transparency to rule our government. We are the waiting government.
Now, the ruling party has the majority of the seats in the country. Why should anybody watching this interview vote for the ACDP?
Well, the difference with the ACDP, we're going to focus a lot, first of all, on education and the economy. Education is the biggest predictor of social mobility. So if you want to see people get jobs, you have to actually provide them with a good education. So that'll be probably one of our major focuses. But also the ACDP leadership. We have leaders who have an incredible work ethic, and we have leaders with absolute integrity. So if people are looking for an alternative to corruption, if people are looking for an alternative to conspicuous spending, if people are looking for people who really care about everybody from grassroots level on up, the ACDP is the party for them.
What are some of the major issues there as well that the ACDP thinks you should be focusing on? Joanne spoke about education. What are the major issues in your opinion?
The service delivery and the protests in our country. We need to focus on that, and job creations as well, and employment. And violent crimes in our country is very bad. So we'll focus on those issues as well as the ACDP.
How do we begin to fix something that was, done 20 years ago, and it's not the fault of the current generation? How do we begin to fix those problems?
It's not an easy fix, and anybody that stands up and says we can do this in 1 year or 2 years is not telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's not an easy fix, particularly with education. It's going to take a while. But the ACDP feels that an immediate thing that we would like to do is provide money for tertiary education for students who qualify. We need skills in our country. We need it for the economy to grow. So free tertiary education would be one of our first pillars. Obviously, I must emphasize for those students who qualify, but we have to expand our skills base a lot. So that's one of the pillars that ACDP is standing on.
All right. I had a chat earlier to a motivational speaker about the youth not being interested in politics in general. How do we get the young people interested in politics and paving the way forward for their future?
We are also focusing a lot on the youth of this country. We've got what we call the youth orientation program, because most of our youth, they find themselves in drugs and alcohol and so on and so on. We have seen recently the ritual killings in Soweto, whereby 2 girls committing suicide. All that because of our government has taken out, God in the government. And as a result, we've got a lot of satanism in our schools. So we'll focus on that to ensure that we really, address these issues about the youth, yes.
All right.
In the country, yes.
Lady?
The other thing is with the youth is that our youth are feeling hopeless because so many are unemployed and they don't see a way forward. And one of the things that the ACDP is really focusing on is a way forward for the youth, with education, with job creation. Just a quick stat that you might be interested in, the expanded public works program, which is supposed to provide jobs, is only 17% of our GDP. It should be 30. If it's 30, more jobs will be available. It's another thing the ACDP is focusing on.
All right. Thank you so much, Joanne Downs, speaking to us. She is the National Chairperson of ACDP. Joseph Katwala is the NEC member as well as Gauteng Party Organiser, speaking to us about the launch of the party's manifesto this morning in Soweto.